We are live on Main Street in Salt Lake City tonight. I'm Heidi Hatch. Thanks so much for being with us. 20 hours ago, where I'm standing, there was a massive fire, 3-alarm blaze that wiped out 5 different businesses. We've been out here all day long talking to people who are trying to figure out exactly what happens next. In the last couple of hours, we've been talking to employees who are just heartbroken, trying to figure out what happens next, how they'll make their next paycheck, how they'll pay their rent. A lot of questions tonight. We're going to be talking about those businesses. I'm standing in front of Cheers to You. This is one that only had smoke damage. They're cleaning right now and hoping to open in the next couple of days. Eva's is closed right now. They have smoke and water damage next to them. Los Tapatillos, they are gutted by fire. And then the next one down, the London Bale, the height of nightlife here in Salt Lake City is where the fire started. Next to them, Whiskey Street and White Horse, all of them a total loss tonight. Millions and millions of dollars gone. If you were in the downtown Salt Lake City area last night, you know there was a lot of smoke, a lot of firefighters on scene. As many as 80 firefighters, 3 of them were injured in this fire. Luckily, no one inside these businesses was injured. We do have team coverage tonight and a lot to get to. We want to give you a couple different perspectives as well as what's happening on the fire. On the left side of your screen, you're going to see the fire. On the right side, video from the 2 News drone showing the aftermath of this massive fire. Now, first responders say they did their absolute best to save the buildings. Around 20 fire trucks, 80 firefighters on the front lines last night. The fire, though, was too intense, extremely hot. They could only work for 20 minutes at a time before firefighters would have to walk away from the buildings, take a breath, and that was hard to do with all the smoke around. Ultimately, the roof collapsed in on the business here. First responders say the fire spread through their ceilings.
So space between the actual ceiling and the roof line. And that's probably what led to the increased spread of the fire through the associated buildings.
A miracle in and of itself that there were no major injuries, but 3 firefighters were injured in this. One of them broke an ankle. Another had symptoms of smoke inhalation and dehydration. The third received abrasions from being briefly trapped by a piece of the roof. They were next to a chain link fence. Couldn't get free for a bit there tonight. We do know that all these firefighters are going to be okay. We also want to show you time-lapse video of the fire from our roof camera. In it, we can see the flames spreading and crews doing their absolute best to spray water from their ladder trucks. Firefighters say they finally gained that upper hand thanks to a police drone that was giving them an eye in the sky. It gave crews that bird's eye view of where they needed to spray the water and move to next. You can watch the rest of this video. We have it for you on our 2 News YouTube page. Now, as we're standing here on Main Street, this is a historic part of Salt Lake City. A lot of people call it Whiskey Street because that's what Brigham Young named it before they officially changed the name to Main Street in early 1900s. Because of this fire, more than 100 people are out of work tonight, possibly even 200 out of work. One business owner on the block says that he's left with just pieces of 2 of his restaurants. 2 News' Natalie Wada spoke to them tonight about what happens next and whether or not they'll be able to rebuild. Natalie?
Well, Heidi, the prognosis is pretty bleak. I spoke with the owner of Whiskey Street and White Horse. You can see the destruction of those 2 behind me here. He says that both are probably total losses and that it will cost him millions. So how are you holding up today?
Better, getting better by the minute. I mean, it's obviously very, very devastating, you know, to not only lose one business, but to lose 2 businesses to this fire.
Whiskey Street, with what owner Jason LeCates says was one of the largest whiskey collections in the world, now reduced to rubble. White Horse has extensive damage too.
Built it with my bare hands.
LeCates is most concerned for his staff.
We have 150 employees that are out of a job instantly this morning, so that's going to be our first concern is to, you know, do what we need to do to make sure they're protected.
He estimates the damage for just his businesses worth $6 million.
This is ground zero of our entertainment district. While it's only 5-6 businesses that are impacted here, it's going to take a minute for them to rebuild and to come back online, but they're committed to that, and that is a good thing.
I know it's really early, but any indication of how long the process might be?
If I had to guess, Whiskey Street will take a year to rebuild. White Horse, I'm guessing, will be closed for 6 months.
Now, the owner tells me he wouldn't be surprised if Whiskey Street will have to be torn down and rebuilt. Now, Whiskey Street has been here on this block for 13 years, White Horse for 8. Live in Salt Lake City, Natalie Wattis, KUTV 2 News. Heidi, back to you.
Natalie, thank you. At 2 News, we work just across the street. It's always fun leaving on the weekends and seeing all the people out and about and the city alive and well in this district. So this is going to be a big change. We're live again on Main Street. We want to show you some of the damage behind us. You can see doors are knocked out, air conditioning units on the ground here. But just beyond where we are, Utah Book and Magazine is right next to the buildings destroyed in this fire. Surprisingly, owner Peter Marshall says his store was not damaged.
No damage, no water, no fire, no nothing. A little smoke, but not a big deal. You can't even hardly smell it right now. I was very lucky on this.
Now, Marshall has owned his store for the past 39 years. He buys and sells books. He says his friends with the people who own businesses in the buildings that burned. He says the whole situation makes him very sad. He says he is looking forward to seeing everything rebuilt because it is a family of businesses here. Now, Salt Lake City Mayor Erin Mendenhall says she's been talking to the business owners today, looking forward to rebuilding and also helping all of the employees that are impacted, as many as 200.
We want to help those businesses come online as fast as possible. So the city's working to develop an emergency loan program, no interest, help their employees to be able to have some money in their hands to be stable over the next couple of months while they may be unemployed. And third, to make sure they get through our permitting as smoothly and quickly as possible.
I have been talking to some of those people who've been laid off officially today. They say it's a tight market for the service industry right now, so they are worried. The mayor says she's launching the Main Street Fire Employee Assistance Fund. It'll help the nearly 200 people who lost their jobs. Mayor Mendenhall says the city is making a contribution, and she says everyone else is asked to donate as well. She says everything will go to those workers and help them cover essential expenses. Donations can be made right now at downtownslc.org. We'll put that online for you so it's easy to find on KUTV.com. Now, all day long, people have been coming here to see the damage for themselves. Many of them come here on first dates. They come here for business lunches. They just want to see what happened. Many of them hearing for the first time what happened and wanting to see for themselves. Many taking pictures and wanting to take these home and talk to their family members about exactly what's happened. Many of them, like Rochelle Bruce, who work nearby, say this is a big loss and a devastating loss to the entire city.
I just find it devastating anytime a building in Salt Lake, especially one that's been built in the 1920s, you know, we lose that to fire. It's really sad to lose that historical value. I didn't have an opportunity to go to the restaurant yet, but I just think it's sad overall, the historical loss there.
A lot of visitors that come to our city for conventions or vacations come here as well. Many people online are posting memories and photos they've taken at these 5 businesses over the past years. This section of Main Street is popular at night, especially on the weekends, with people looking for a place to have dinner, grab a drink, meet up with family or friends. Certainly a fun spot to be.
Whiskey Street is fantastic. White Horse is one of my favorite restaurants of all time. Just fantastic food. So hopefully they're able to pick it back up and rebuild, but definitely heartbreaking. I was just there 3 days ago.
We want to see your pictures from these restaurants as well. Los Tapatios, London Bell, White Horse, Whiskey Street. Cheers to you, Eva. If you have any of those, you can share them and chime in on the feature on the 2 News mobile app. You can also do it at KUTV.com. We'll show those on air. All you do is scan that QR code on your screen to get started. We will keep you updated on this fire, the aftermath, and the efforts to rebuild during the newscast on KUTV.com and also the 2 News mobile app.